right, so here's the second part. I'm going to go through these trades, and you'll notice what I mentioned earlier in the first part, that the current market movement, you can see, for example, if we take a look at the Australian dollar versus US dollar, we can see that this current market movement is a buy, okay, and it's going against the current market movement, which is a sell. So that's going to cause severe volatility for the current market value. I'm sorry, did I say that? Okay, current market movement is going against current market value. All right, so it's going to cause severe volatility for current market value for this one if you're holding on to current market value. Okay, now current market value, by the end of the month, you're like 98% going to make your profit. I'm telling you. All right, especially when there's a transition at the beginning of the month. That's really when you want to start taking current market value. But even if you don't take it at the beginning of the month, it's just a matter of you waiting. All right, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. I already mentioned it a little bit. But let's go over some more. So you see that, and you see a lot of these misalignments, and that's exactly why you have such a low score here. And that's where we're at. And when you have a lot of misalignments, your best bet is to take current market movement. I don't even like using the word bet, because I don't even like the idea that a lot of people put on the Forex. They treat it like a gambling thing. So, but you know what I mean when I say that. I don't mean it at all in that way. You should never treat this like a gambling casino, because it's not at all. There's mathematics to this. It has a rhyme and a reason. All right. Canadian Swiss. Same thing here. All right. And you can go back and look and compare these with what's going on in the video that I sent you with the trades, and you'll see the Euro Canadian. All right. All of these. Okay, so that's with the Forex. Let's see what's going on more or less with commodities. Once we start getting into this section, we can kind of get an idea as to how the world works, and the fundamental news, the fundamental analysis, the news reports, and how they will report something, and what does that all mean, and how the market actually evaluates those assets. All right, so gold, for example. Now the market currently right now is actually evaluating gold as a sell, but right now we see this push and this push against the value of gold, and that's because of the dollar. All right, currently gold is being bought, so there was this huge push that brought all the markets into this whole shift. Okay, this huge market shift took place across many different markets, and that's because of the involvement of the governments that started putting money into the system, and a lot of governments reacted to the current situation with the global markets, and that's what's happening. Unfortunately, now there's another part to this. Now I don't want to. All right, look, I made a video about the global. Is there like a global collapse coming or something to that effect, right? And that was all based on the current market value. If you look at the current market value on this report, on these reports, I mean, with the exception of the US dollar, a lot of the current market value of the US dollar is being bought. All right, now that could change. That's if the current market movement continues to go the way it's going and applies so much pressure, consistent pressure against the current market value that it makes that switch position. All right, then we're looking at a whole nother situation. But anyhow, you can look at a lot of the current market value, not necessarily with the Forex, but I took the futures off of here. But if I still had the futures on here, you would have seen the current market value for the majority of the currencies, with the exception of the US dollar and I think the Israeli shekel. Those are the only two that were being bought. Out of all the currencies in the world, out of all of the assets in the world, only those two were being bought. And that was the reason why I made that video. Okay? Now, if the current market value continues to stay the same, oh man, we're going to have this short-term push against that, and that's what we got right now. And we can still make money during that type of market condition, although it's going to be extremely volatile. Whenever you have those misalignments, oh my goodness, the market's volatile. It's even much. This is the time when you really have to be careful when you place a trade. This is the time where you have to be the most. You have to be the most careful. Okay, you gotta be very, very careful when you're trading, especially when the MAS scores are low like this. Because I mean, it can just, you're gonna get a lot of volatility. Okay, so we have gold right now. The current market movement is attempting to go against what the long-term value of gold right now, and it's trying to push against that right now, trying to change that right now. Okay, that's with the exception of this one here, gold versus the Australian dollar. All right. Same with silver. Take a look at the current market value of these guys. I mean, wheat, that just recently changed. All right. It was a switch position in the last update. And of course, that's because the price of food is going up. That's a video for a whole nother day. All right. Because this is all connected, guys. There's a lot that's coming. I'll make videos about that. There's a lot that's coming. It's just the reality. That's just what it is. No need to sugarcoat it. No need to try to run away, put your head in the sand. We're going to see a lot happening in this world. Just, hey, got to get yourself together. We all got to get ourselves together. Me too. Trust me. I don't got it all together. So, cocoa. Okay, soy, that just went up. CMV. That just switched position. Okay. Coffee prices going up. So you see a lot of the food prices are going to, I'm pretty sure. I believe the corn's going to be next. I mean, CMV is still showing a sell, but I believe that's going to be next. That's not too far behind. Okay. Probably sugar too. Now here, this one's finally starting to kick in. Oil's starting to kick in. We saw the price of oil drop really at the $27 a barrel with the UK and the $23 a barrel with the US oil. And then they pumped in the money and it looked like it didn't even do anything. But now it's starting to kick in. All right, oil price starting to go back up again because we're seeing that push against that whole global pressure of the market devaluating several assets. Look at the report, guys, and you all will be able to see, those of you who have access to the report will be able to see what's being devalued by the market long term. Cryptocurrency, there's a push against that too, and we see Bitcoin price drop to 5,500, pushing itself to like 63 right now, something like that. All right, and this is accurate, guys. Those of you who want to follow cryptocurrency, I'll be putting videos out there on the YouTube about that too. Okay, I'm way long overdue with that. Should have been done that, but anyhow, now it's the time. Okay, even cryptos has their own little that's gonna be the new situation, guys. Everything's gonna go digital. We're going to be saying adios to cash. Now, it might come in a different form. You know, it might still be the dollar and all that other stuff. I don't know. But it ain't going to be that paper stuff. That's You see all that news about the coronavirus and how they say, oh, it's on the money. It's contagious with the money. All that stuff is to play into this whole charade of what they want to do. They want to get rid of the cash. Okay? Oh my goodness. Here's the push of the market. Look at the indices at 0%. This is so extreme. This is reading just like the cryptos. It's so crazy. This is another thing. Wow. Just unbelievable. So we see this push, and that's obviously from the governments, okay? They pump in the money. They're trying to save their businesses and all that stuff. But there's a push against that too. All right, guys. Way longer than expected, but the information is vital, very useful, very important, especially to understand how this stuff works. Get that in your head, how CMV and CMM correlate. All right? Very important. Happy trading. Happy investing.